Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to episode 1 of season 2 of the Blorange Tears podcast. Appreciate everybody that's coming through, ready to listen to us and rock with us. King Ribby is in the building. Man, I see you. Shout out to everyone watching us on all the different platforms. Um, Shout out to everyone watching us or listening to us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, on Amazon Music, iHeart Radio, and Player FM. Shout out to all of our crazies on YouTube, my family. Man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all support. I see y'all in the chat. South Brooklyn, what's good? David L, Leslie V, I see y'all. Dre, man, I see y'all. And yes, I'm shouting out my YouTube people on an audio podcast. So if I'm saying your name, y'all are getting shout outs worldwide on all those aforementioned audio podcasts that I just mentioned. Let me get down to the nitty gritty. So it's season 2 or episode 1 of season 2 of the Blorange Tears podcast. That in itself is an accomplishment. Never thought I'd be a audio podcaster. That's one thing I never thought I'd be. But here I am. Right? So I want to get into this thing, this infectious Knicks energy. I want to get into this thing. It's a new season. Positive vibes are abound. So let me start off with this thing I wrote partially as I prepared to come in here and hang out with y'all today. So dips in temperature and whiskey breezes remind us that fall is here. And with fall, we call it autumn. With autumn brings basketball. And the most important thing for a lot of us is Knicks basketball. And so as I went about my day-to-day and saw our Knicks players at media day, at content day, it reminded me that all the disappointments from all the years going by, or even last year, don't even matter. None of that stuff matters anymore. The only thing that matters is today. How do you feel about your team today? How do we feel about the Knicks today? Well, I saw Obi Toppin smiling. I saw RJ Barrett smiling. I saw Jalen Brunson trying not to smile, which was funny. And it's how do you try not to smile? That was hilarious in its own right. I saw Julius Randle show his real personality. I saw Julius Randle looking at a camera and smiling and kicking it with people in the room. That, to me, makes me optimistic going forward. It gets my Knick energy up. It gets my Knick energy up. Right? And so as a Knicks fan, it's easy to think about things that we won't need to consider for another month or so. It's easy to think about, well, what's our rotations going to look like? What's our projection for the team record projection? Who's going to start, who's going to sit, all those type things. Right now, I don't care. Because I got the one thing that I really needed. Throughout the summer, I really only needed one thing. And to quote a song, a rap song from back in the day, Rapper's Delight. I got a color TV so I could see the Knicks play basketball. Right? That's where I am. I got the opportunity to watch the Knicks. No pressure, no coaching, no arch rival in the building, no 2-game losing streak, no injuries, no internal drama. We just got the opportunity to see our New York Knicks. I'm sure drama will come down the road. That right there, I know it happens. It happens with every NBA team. 30 teams deal with the same stuff. But at this moment, I got to see Mitchell Robinson work a camera, which is funny to see the biggest hands you've ever seen work, like use something that ordinary people use on a daily basis, or maybe not so much anymore, but you get the point. So we got to see RJ argue with a cameraman about his height. The guy asked how tall he was. How tall are you, RJ? RJ's like, hey, I'm 6'7". Okay. Okay. You're 6'7", you're 6'7". I'm not arguing with you on that, bro. You know better than I do. I'm at home. I'm in South Carolina. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. I was just excited to see you though, brother. I was just excited to see RJ. Right? I was excited to see Emmanuel quickly in those earrings that he had in. I don't know what those were. I don't know what he was shooting for, but whatever you were shooting for, bro, rock on, brother. Do you? The Knicks energy today is infectious. And I say that as a basketball fan because I watched other media days also. I watched the Rockets media day. I watched the Celtics media day. I think I saw some of the Sixers media day. Right? Right? And the thing I didn't see in those media days is the infectious Knicks energy. And I know on media days, the players are coached up to say and do the right thing. Smile, look in the camera, connect with your audience. Like, all the things you're coached up to do as a media personality. The Knicks were doing that. Smile. Look in the camera. Connect with your audience. The Knicks did that today. And I felt a connection with this Knicks team, and not just a connection on that level, but I felt the infectious Knicks energy. Right? I felt the infectious Knicks energy because it's easy to go the opposite way. But listen, for one day out of 365, for one day out of 365, it's okay just to smile. They back. The Knicks are back. Practice starts tomorrow. Training camp and all that stuff. We'll have plenty of time to break down everything under the sun. We have a Blorange Tears YouTube channel that, if we wanted to, could run 24 hours a day, straight, back to back, no breaks. If we wanted to, on just Knicks content. But today, we get to smile. It's time. Our Knicks are back. Shout out to our chat, man. Shout out to Eric Suriel. Shout out to Pudge Nice. Shout out to East Blue Drew in the building. Shout out to Coach M. Hard Will is in the building. Hard Will, shout out to Inwood, bro. I got people in Inwood. I just found that out here recently. Again, and if I'm shouting y'all out, man, Uncle Freezy is saying your name on a podcast that's going to be heard internationally. So I can't dap y'all up in all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can't dap y'all up, but what I can do is shout y'all out on a joint that could be heard on a preview by thousands, maybe millions of people. I don't know. I doubt millions of people will download it, but millions of people will have access to listen to me shout out the YouTube diehards. And I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. So I want to get into just something real quick. The theme this offseason, from what I've noticed, is, and I know this is going to seem crazy. But from what I've seen this offseason, I think RJ Barrett may be the franchise player. I think RJ Barrett may be the franchise player. I've seen RJ Barrett out front more than any other of the young players. RJ Barrett has been out front more than any of the other players. And when I say that, I don't mean that RJ Barrett is more important or RJ Barrett is RJ Barrett or nothing. What I'm saying is the franchise seems to have hitched their wagons to RJ Barrett as the franchise player. And I think Jalen Brunson is okay with that. And I think Julius Randle is okay with that. In an interview with Monica McNutt, I saw RJ Barrett talk about his areas of improvement. I saw RJ Barrett in a press conference speak to his areas of improvement. I hear even Julius Randle allude to RJ Barrett and the one area that RJ Barrett needs to improve. And you guessed it, free throws. Free throws. RJ Barrett needs to improve at the free throw line. He knows it. The organization knows it. And Julius Randle has a personality, y'all. Julius Randle has a personality. And he alluded to some stuff, and I'm going to get to that in the Julius part, but Julius Randle alluded to RJ Barrett free throws. But RJ Barrett himself said he's working on a floater, getting better off the bounce, and free throws. We'll see. Right now, at the end of September, I don't care. I'm just excited to see RJ Barrett and the New York Knicks. I'm just excited to see the Knicks. And here's a kicker. I think the Knicks are excited to see us. Julius Randle, Julius Randle, for all that was said and done, a lot of it I didn't like. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but it's a new season. A lot of Julius Randle stuff I didn't like, but in a new season, Julius Randle seems to have embraced the leadership role. He alluded to a lot of different things. Didn't get into a lot of things specifically, but you can tell Julius Randle is embracing the leadership mantle. He even alluded to the roller coaster of leadership and how it's easy to be a leader when things are going good, and how can you be a leader when things are not going so good? How can you be a leader when things are not going so good? He mentioned the fact that he took a vacation, and this was a long season, and he just had the opportunity to clear his head. And I think that is an allusion to when, this season, when things bubbled up, he didn't have a venting platform or a time to relax and things of that sort. So I think he's alluding to a new version of himself. When mentioned what was the area of improvements, Randle said he came in the best shape of his life. And this is the second time in 3 years we heard Randle say he's come in the best shape of his life. The first time 2 years ago we saw Randle was shredded like a He-Man doll. This year, Randle looks better. He looks better. Me as a part-time bodybuilder and buffet buster. I saw Randle the shred in Randle's neck and arms. Randle is in shred mode. You could see it in his neck, shoulders, chest, and arms that Randle is a different animal right now. And he laughed a lot. The one thing I didn't didn't particularly like about Randle's season last season is the moments where he could have laughed, he didn't. He chose not to. He was uptight, stressed. The times last year when Randle had the opportunity to make light of situations, he didn't. He was stressed. He didn't. He was stressed out. You could tell the intensity of losing burdened him. There was a mention of Randle and Derrick Rose, and he said he and Derrick Rose have chemistry. They have. They had it 2 years ago. They had it last year, and he stopped short of saying, after Derrick Rose got hurt, things got different. He stopped short there, and for that reason, I give Julius Randle his kudos. Today is not the day to speak of things that dragged us down in years past. Today is the day to speak about and be hopeful about the things that you worked on in the offseason paying off in this season to come. He did mention that Derrick Rose is in phenomenal shape. And on this channel and others, we rag Derrick Rose about being way out of shape. And Derrick Rose mentioned it himself today. Derrick Rose said that at one point he was playing at 214, 215. And today he's at 193, 194. So for the most part, Derrick Rose lost about 20 pounds, 21 pounds. Does that mean Derrick Rose will stay healthy? We hope so. Does that mean Derrick Rose can be a more explosive version of himself? We hope so. But for the most part, we just want to have Derrick Rose around. We just want to have Derrick Rose around. We likes when we like what Derrick Rose brings. The team is not the same. Basically, the team is not the same without Derrick Rose. And the fact that we have two veteran point guards, Jalen Brunson and Derrick Rose, means hope springs eternal for this team. Will winds spring eternal? We don't know. We don't know, but it's too early to speculate on what this team will be going forward. What we can say is that it felt good seeing our New York Knicks, with whom we not have seen in a long time. We have not seen Derrick Rose, the Knicks, in a long time, and it's good to see them. The addition of Jalen Brunson means something to this team. I just mentioned it with Derrick Rose. The ball handling duties of Jalen Brunson, Derrick Rose, and Emmanuel Quickly, I think, can take us places. But right now, I don't even care. It was just good to see Quickly, Rose, and Brunson. I'm excited. Hope springs eternal. The Knicks' energy is infectious. Am I excited? Yes. I'm pumped up and excited, man. I'm pumped up and excited. I'm pumped up and excited. Knicks' energy. I got to see Mitch, got to see Obi. During the course of the day, I didn't get to see, I saw a little bit of Evan. I saw a little bit of Mitch, a little bit of Obi. Didn't get a chance to see as much Cam. Didn't see any Cam Reddish. Didn't see any Grimes. Didn't see any McBride. I'm sure that they will have their turn to speak and address the media. But I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for it. Big Knicks energy got me pumped up, man. Big Knicks energy in a building. Big Knicks energy. We get to see our team. All the things that are past were washed away with the spring and summer. It's fall again. Autumn is here. It's a new season. I'm excited about the things that are to come. This is your main man, Uncle Freezy, the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe. Thank y'all for listening to episode 1 of season 2. Appreciate y'all. Peace.